Well, hello everybody. As I said in my last video, I was going to come in here and actually put in a little bit more closer to what my own numbers are, and we're looking at Coast Fire. So if you didn't watch my previous video, Coast Fire is something that I've been starting to look at again at my age, and you can actually see it right there on the screen at 52. I'm kind of trying to understand, will I have enough money to retire, and have I already saved the majority of my money? So can I just save and invest what I'm already doing? And will I actually have enough to pull out based on the numbers here? And it's just another type of calculator that you can use. And I thought I wanted to take a look at it because we've been saving and investing quite a bit for many years. And am I at the point where I could just almost let my investments grow, and maybe I can, you know, scale back on some of the investments that I'm already doing? So thought it would be an interesting calculation to do. I would love if you do find this interesting, give it a like, a subscribe, and if you're open to it, maybe put in some of your own information. So you can see here, you don't have to provide much. You can basically throw in an age, you want to retire, how much you have saved, and what do you want to have in retirement, as well as maybe a current savings. So you're not entering in your salaries or anything like that. And so that's why I do like showing something like this. You can put in something, you could put in how much money you've saved, and other people don't know, did some of that come from a gift, or have you been just a aggressive saver most of your life? So some people are going to have more, some people are going to have less, and I'm not trying to judge either way. So I thought I would start with a couple numbers here and show maybe a little bit more realistic numbers around what we have. I'm not going to do my actual numbers at the same time. Again, this is on the internet. So, but I did put in here at age 52, if I want to retire at 65, or both of us, and so my wife and I are the same age, so it makes it very easy for me to do this. If we wanted $100,000 to spend per year in retirement, and I put here that we have $500,000 in investable assets, and how much we're saving right now per month. I know $5,000 is a lot, but again, we're over 50, so we can do catch-ups, we can do a lot of different things. So we are saving, being very aggressive there. Now, looking at this, you can actually see that we do not hit on this wallet burst, Coast Fire. And again, I will leave the links down in the description, but we don't actually hit our Coast Fire. So we're going to need to continue to save $5,000 a month, until we hit retirement. And again, we don't actually hit our number at all using this calculator. So let's jump over to the next one. We're going to do the same thing, and then we're going to try to change some of the numbers a little bit to see when would we hit, or what would we have needed to have already, or what do we need to save to actually hit that Coast Fire number. So let's jump over to this one. Again, this is from Clark.com, and we're going to do a very similar. So we're 52. We want to live to 90, hopefully. We have $500,000 in investable assets. We want to retire at 65. And this has we want to have $100,000 to spend each year. We're saving $5,000. Now, the thing about this one, if you remember from Clarks.com, again, if you saw my last video, is I really like this one because you can actually enter in Social Security. So I'm going to say that we're going to receive $4,000 a month between my wife and I. We're going to start collecting that at 65. And these are the percentages. And again, do I really care about leaving that much money to, when you want to leave 5% of your initial balance. That's all that one says. So this one actually shows that you will reach, we've already reached our Coast Fire. So this is kind of interesting. Again, this one is because you're entering in Social Security. If we do put that at 0, again, on this one, we need to keep saving it until we're 59. So must use a little bit of a different calculator on how it does. 8, 2.5, and 4. Maybe this does a different withdrawal rate. This one doesn't really show 2.5%, 8%. This one doesn't really show a withdrawal rate, but this one says we would have to keep saving at $5,000 a month until we hit 59. And then at that point, we would be good. Again, this does not include Social Security, but if we do add that in, that is a big driver, and it would say that we already reached our coast fire. Again, using this one, which I do like. So I like both of these for different reasons, and I guess you can kind of compare the two. The one says we would need to be, this one says we already reached it. If you're not including Social Security, you got to be, let's put that $5,000 back in. If we're not saving for Social Security, we'd have to be at 59. So, maybe you take something in between. We come back to this one, where if we had this in investable assets and we're saving $5,000 a month, this one shows that we would never actually hit our coast fire. So what if we had, I'm going to just change it to 600,000, comes really close. We would actually probably need $700,000. And here you actually just hit it right before 65. Personally, I don't like, I would love it to cross right around that 58, 59. Again, giving you a lot of freedom that you could keep saving and keep growing your money, or obviously, it just gives you options as you get older. I think that's probably the best thing. So you could obviously, if we went back to that $500,000 amount, how much would we need to save? Let's move that to $10,000 a month. Every single month, we'd actually hit that right around 60. So you would have to understand, and you need to pick what method works for you. I'm just showing you some of the numbers that I have. And again, that is with spending $100,000 in retirement. If in this one you say, oh, I'm going to get $50,000 in Social Security, maybe I only need $50,000 here, and I can move that back to $5,000. So maybe that's a way to look at this one, is what is the annual spending you would need outside of Social Security? I think actually I like that idea. Tell me what you think. Is this interesting? Is this a tool that you would like to use? And if you did, drop it in the comments. Have you hit your coast file number or not? Thank you.